You've been told 1,000 times that if you just sleep more or relax better, your fatigue will disappear. But what if everything you think about sleep is wrong? What if the real energy drainers hiding in your life aren't obvious, but are quietly sabotaging every hour of rest you get? This isn't just another list of tips. It's a wake-up call to the silent saboteurs wrecking your sleep hygiene and stealing your vitality. Imagine unlocking simple secrets that not only stop these hidden killers, but turbocharge your energy faster than you ever thought possible. Ready to discover what's really holding you back from true rest and how to fix it for good? Topic 1. Poor sleep quality. It's strange how something like a glass of wine or a piece of chocolate late at night can feel like comfort, but ends up robbing you of deep sleep. That false sense of drowsiness alcohol gives you? It's a trick. Sure, you might fall asleep faster, but your body never truly slips into restorative, deep sleep. The kind your brain craves to recover and your energy levels depend on. And then you wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck again. What most people don't realize is that improving sleep quality is less about sleeping more and more about sleep hygiene, the habits behind the sleep. Now, let's talk about your workouts. Yes, exercise is vital. But if you're overtraining and pushing through pain late in the evening, you're likely flooding your system with adrenaline. That's not just a buzzword. It's a direct chemical interference in your journey toward deep sleep. Your nervous system stays activated like an alarm that won't stop ringing. The result? You lay there, eyes closed, body exhausted, but mind wired. People seeking insomnia relief often ignore this trap, believing more training equals better sleep, when in fact, moderation and timing are your true allies. Late-night snacks are another stealthy villain. Eating close to bedtime, especially heavy meals or foods high in caffeine like dark chocolate, forces your digestive system to stay awake when the rest of you wants to wind down. It's like throwing a dinner party in your gut at midnight. Digestion pulls energy, disrupts your circadian rhythm, and leaves your body confused about what time it is. If you're aiming to improve sleep quality, dialing in your bedtime routine, including when and what you eat, is a game changer most people overlook. But there's good news too. Nature has a way of restoring balance. Magnesium glycinate, for instance, works wonders for promoting relaxation techniques at a cellular level. And vitamin B1? It's a quiet hero when it comes to natural sleep remedies, especially for those dealing with fatigue and night waking. These aren't magic pills, but they are tools. Tools that help reprogram your biology to align with better sleep habits, gently pushing you back into harmony with your natural cycles. And here's a tip most people miss: the power of morning sunlight. Getting 10 to 20 minutes of light between 6 and 8:30 a.m. can reset your sleep-wake cycle like a factory reboot. This simple act, often free and overlooked, signals your brain to regulate melatonin and cortisol properly. It's like pressing the sync button on your internal clock. By embracing this one habit, your nights get quieter, your sleep meditation efforts deepen, and your days begin to feel less like survival and more like flow. But sometimes, even when you're doing this all right, your energy is still missing, which might mean the real problem is happening much deeper at the level of your cells. Topic 2. Cellular hypothyroidism. Imagine this. You're sleeping 8 hours a night, eating decently, doing all the right things, and yet you wake up drained, as if your body's batteries never charged. That's often the silent work of cellular hypothyroidism. It's not always your thyroid gland that's the villain. It's the way your cells are using or failing to use the hormones. Thyroid hormones act like microscopic fire starters for your metabolism. When that fire burns low, your energy fizzles, even if your labs say everything's normal. It's a frustrating paradox that many people never solve because they don't know where to look. Your body's ability to convert the inactive thyroid hormone, T4, into the active form, T3, happens mostly in the liver and kidneys. But here's the catch. If these organs are sluggish due to toxins, poor diet, or chronic stress, this conversion process jams up. You're producing the hormone, but you're not using it. And without T3, your cells operate like a town during a blackout. This metabolic stagnation disrupts circadian rhythm, blunts recovery, and makes even the best bedtime routine feel useless. It's like trying to sleep in a car with no gas. It just won't take you anywhere. Then comes the hidden key, selenium. It's a trace mineral, but its role is anything but small. Selenium is the cofactor your body must have to activate thyroid hormones. Yet, modern diets are often shockingly low in it. This one deficiency alone can derail better sleep habits, lead to chronic fatigue, and leave you wondering why no amount of sleep meditation seems to work. For those stuck in this cycle, insomnia relief won't come from sleep hacks. It begins with nutritional strategy. The solution doesn't live in pills, but in whole, selenium-rich foods. Think Brazil nuts, just 2 a day, wild sardines, grass-fed liver, and fresh shellfish. These aren't just trendy superfoods. They're the missing puzzle pieces in the bigger picture of natural sleep remedies and hormone balance. Once your cells have what they need, they can finally start communicating clearly. The body begins to warm up, energy returns, and sleep starts to feel like actual restoration again. Not just escape. And the moment that spark returns, you'll feel it. A clearer head, a calmer nervous system, a body that responds to rest instead of fighting it. But even then, if your stress levels are sky high, or there's something lingering in your immune system, that's where things can get even trickier, especially when a hidden virus is silently draining you from within. Topic 3. Stress and latent viral reactivation. Sometimes what's draining your energy isn't something new. It's something old, something that's been hiding in your system for years. A past infection that never truly left, just waiting for the right moment to strike again. Enter latent viruses. These silent invaders, like Epstein-Barr, stay dormant until your stress levels spike. And when they do, they come back with a vengeance, stealing your vitality, wrecking your sleep hygiene, and hijacking your immune system while you're too exhausted to fight back. Most people never realize it's happening because it doesn't come with a warning. Severe stress is the trigger. And not just the kind that comes from a bad day, but deep, chronic stress, the kind that buries itself in your body. It elevates cortisol to the point where your immune defenses lower their guard, giving viruses the perfect window to reactivate. Cortisol is like fire to your nervous system. Too much of it, and you're burning through energy, disrupting your circadian rhythm, and making quality deep sleep almost impossible. That nagging fatigue, those 3 a.m. wake-ups, that brain fog, it's not just stress. It's biochemical chaos. There's hope, though, and it starts with nutrients in nature. High-dose vitamin D, under guidance, of course, can be a game-changer in suppressing these reactivations. And beyond vitamins, there's an underestimated arsenal in ancient remedies. Eleuthero root for resilience, magnesium for relaxation techniques, sodium to stabilize the adrenals, and forest therapy. Yes, phytoncides from trees have measurable effects on calming your system. Your bedtime routine shouldn't just be about what you do before sleep, but how you regulate your nervous system throughout the day. Because when you calm your stress response, something magical happens. Your body stops being a battlefield. You begin to breathe differently. Your digestion improves. You feel present. These moments of balance create the foundation for better sleep habits, not as rituals you force, but as rhythms you follow. And slowly, the virus fades back into the shadows, your energy returns, and your sleep deepens again. Not with force, but with flow. Still, for many, even after stress is managed, the fatigue doesn't fully lift. That's when you start asking, what else could be weighing you down? What if the very foods you eat, even the healthy ones, are quietly setting off internal alarms your body can't silence? Topic 4. Histamine intolerance. It's easy to assume fatigue comes from lack of sleep or stress alone. But sometimes, the culprit is hiding in your fridge. That mysterious heaviness in your body, the midday crash, the brain fog that no nap can fix. It might all trace back to one thing: histamine intolerance. While most people think of histamine only in terms of allergies, it's actually a neurotransmitter that affects your energy, focus, and, yes, your sleep quality. And when it builds up, it can turn your body into a ticking time bomb of inflammation and exhaustion. Here's the kicker. Your body has a built-in enzyme, DAO, to break down histamine, but it's incredibly sensitive. Alcohol, certain medications, and gut damage, especially from gluten, can block this enzyme, letting histamine pile up like dishes in a sink no one's washing. The result? You might feel wired but tired, unable to relax, and constantly battling insomnia relief through methods that never seem to work. And even worse, you wake up more fatigued than when you went to bed. It's a subtle but powerful disruptor of deep sleep tips that most people never see coming. What makes this sneaky is that histamine-rich foods are often ones people love and even consider healthy. Aged cheeses, vinegar, canned fish, kombucha, fermented vegetables. The body of someone with histamine sensitivity doesn't see those as nourishment. It sees them as invaders. This constant low-grade immune activation keeps your nervous system in fight-or-flight mode, sabotaging relaxation techniques and your entire bedtime routine. It's not about being overly restrictive. It's about being aware of what your unique system can handle. Healing starts in the gut. Strengthening your digestive system is like fixing the foundation of a house. It stabilizes everything above it, restoring enzyme function, healing gut lining, and removing hidden triggers can completely transform how your body handles not just food, but sleep. When your internal chemistry is clean, natural sleep remedies finally start to work. Your body can actually shift gears into parasympathetic mode, where true restoration happens. And if you've ever wondered why your energy crashes after a healthy salad or why a good night's rest feels impossible after sushi and wine, it might not be your imagination. It might be histamine. But the deeper we dig, the more we see how interconnected this web really is. Because sometimes it's not just about what you're reacting to, but how your blood sugar is swinging behind the scenes. Topic 5. Blood sugar fluctuations. Energy crashes, sudden anxiety, that shaky, empty feeling before lunch. It's not always emotional or mental. Quite often, it's blood sugar whispering or screaming for help. Most people don't realize just how deeply blood sugar fluctuations sabotage their sleep quality and daily energy. When you eat high-carb meals or sugary snacks, your blood sugar skyrockets, only to crash later like a roller coaster with no brakes. These sharp dips leave your body scrambling for balance, triggering stress hormones that wreck your ability to stay calm, focused, and, most importantly, well-rested. What makes this even trickier is how blood sugar impacts your night. Ever wake up suddenly at 2 or 3 a.m., heart racing, mind spinning? That's not insomnia. It's likely your body responding to a blood sugar drop. When glucose falls too low during sleep, your brain interprets it as danger and releases adrenaline to compensate. So even if you have a perfect bedtime routine, your own metabolism might be setting off internal alarms that jolt you awake. And then you're left chasing insomnia relief, wondering what went wrong. But the damage doesn't stop there. Diets loaded with refined carbs not only throw off your glucose, they also deplete key nutrients like vitamin B1. This nutrient is essential for energy metabolism and neurological function. And when it's low, it leads to irritability, restlessness, and even restless leg syndrome, another sleep disruptor people often misdiagnose. Without B1, your nervous system can't properly wind down, and even sleep meditation or relaxation techniques feel useless against the agitation brewing inside. To break free from this roller coaster, your body needs consistent fuel. Balancing meals with high-quality proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbs slows the glucose response and keeps your energy stable throughout the day and night. It's a powerful way to rebuild your circadian rhythm from the inside out. No more sugar crashes. No more middle-of-the-night wake-ups. Just smooth, sustained energy in a body that knows when it's time to rest and when it's time to rise. Still, for some people, even after their sugar is balanced and their stress managed, sleep continues to be broken and the fatigue lingers. That's when you start looking beyond diet and habits and into the actual physical blocks that may be keeping your body from breathing, recovering, and truly sleeping deep. Topic 6. sleep apnea, and physical disruptors. You could be doing everything right, eating well, meditating, unwinding before bed, and still wake up exhausted. Why? Because sometimes the root problem isn't in your habits, it's in your airway. Sleep apnea is one of the most overlooked energy killers out there. When your breathing is repeatedly interrupted at night, even for just seconds, you're starved of oxygen. That silent struggle causes micro-awakenings that fragment your sleep, robbing you of precious deep sleep stages. And no, snoring isn't just a harmless sound. It's often a red flag that your body is fighting to breathe. One surprising cause? A fatty tongue. It sounds odd, but excess weight can store fat, even in your tongue, narrowing your airway and making nasal breathing harder. Another culprit is an imbalanced gut microbiome, which can actually influence the tissues in your mouth and throat. It's all connected. For true insomnia relief, the solution might not be in your head, but in your mouth and your gut. That's why things like mouth taping at night to promote nasal breathing and probiotics for gut health are more than just trends. They're practical tools for deeper rest. Your sleep environment also plays a massive role. If your bedroom is too warm, your body struggles to cool down enough to enter deep sleep. Keeping the room cool helps your core temperature drop, signaling the brain to rest. But here's the twist. If your feet are cold, that can prevent the drop in body temperature. So ironically, wearing warm socks can help you sleep deeper. It's these small but powerful tweaks, backed by science, that elevate your sleep hygiene from average to optimal. And what about waking up to pee? Once, twice, maybe more. That's not just aging. In many cases, it's tied to excess carb intake. High insulin levels affect how your kidneys handle fluid, and that leads to frequent urination at night. Once again, blood sugar is behind the curtain, disrupting your sleep in ways you'd never expect. Managing your nutrition is part of mastering your bedtime routine, and understanding these physical triggers helps you build truly better sleep habits that last. Yet even when the airway is open, the room is perfect and the carbs are under control, fatigue can still haunt your days. That's when you must ask the uncomfortable question: are you truly feeding your body what it needs to regenerate? Or are you running on empty, lacking the very building blocks of energy? Topic 7. Low protein intake, most common cause. There's a hidden reason so many people walk through life feeling like they're running on fumes. And it's not just poor sleep. It's low protein intake. Not trendy supplements. Not another latte. What your body truly craves is real, high-quality protein. It's the fuel your cells need to build, repair, and function. Without it, your energy flatlines, your mood crashes, and no amount of sleep meditation or relaxation techniques can compensate for what's missing at a biological level. It's like trying to build a house without bricks. You see, protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's for thinkers, healers, and sleepers too. Your brain needs amino acids to make neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. Your muscles need them to repair. And your sleep cycles? They're stabilized by hormones and enzymes built from, yes, protein. People chasing insomnia relief often don't realize they're shortchanging their body of the raw materials it needs to rest and regenerate. When you skimp on protein, especially from rich sources like meat, eggs, or fish, you rob your body of the tools it needs to carry you through the day and the night. Each meal is an opportunity to rebuild. Think of food not just as calories, but as signals. When you include high-quality protein in every meal, you're telling your body, hey, I've got your back. Your circadian rhythm stabilizes, your cravings calm, and your mood lifts. Suddenly, that midday slump disappears. You start falling asleep easier and staying asleep longer. It's not a miracle. It's biology working the way it's meant to when properly fed. And this is where better sleep habits are born, not from hacks, but from deep nourishment. And here's something people rarely talk about. Undereating protein makes you more sensitive to stress. That means more cortisol, more inflammation, and more disrupted sleep. It's a vicious cycle. But when your diet is solid, natural sleep remedies like magnesium or herbal teas work better because your foundation is strong. You've built the structure, and now the finishing touches can actually do their job. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent and intentional with what you put on your plate. Now, imagine this. You've fine-tuned your nutrition, rebalanced your hormones, and cleaned up your sleep hygiene, but you're still tired. You start to wonder, what else could be draining you? What hidden saboteurs are still lurking in your life, stealing your energy before you even know it's gone? You've just uncovered the hidden sleep killers quietly draining your energy every single day. Now, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep spinning in the same exhausting cycle, or will you take charge and rewrite your story? Imagine waking up tomorrow feeling truly rested, energized, and ready to conquer your day. What's stopping you from making that a reality? Which of these sleep killers do you think has been holding you back the most? I challenge you to take action right now. Start small, pick one habit to change, and watch how it transforms your nights and days. If you're serious about reclaiming your energy and mastering your sleep, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join this journey to better sleep and unstoppable vitality. Because this is just the beginning, and the best is yet to come.